Hi everybody, it's Dalzell here. I built Microsoft's talent marketplace. I know that's a bold statement for me to make. Truth is, I was not the only person that was involved. But through a decade-long partnership I had with Microsoft, I was involved in building out some of the core elements of their talent marketplace. I learned a ton of things. Now, what I've been doing is I've pulled together the, the 6 most important lessons that I learned in my time working with Microsoft, helping them build out their talent marketplace. And I've built out some videos that have gone through these 6 lessons. I've done a video on 1 and 2. I've done a video on 3 and 4. And this video is around lessons 5 and 6. Now, based upon all those lessons that I learned, I built out my own talent marketplace called Career Playground. I'm using that as the basis to share with you the lessons that I learned. And the most critical lesson I learned is that AI is powering now the best talent marketplaces. AI is powering the best talent marketplace. So I'm referring to how AI enables some of these most important lessons that I've learned. So let's get on into it. Let's talk about skills inventory. What happens at Microsoft is employees complete a skills inventory. It's like a self-assessment of the work that they're doing towards mastering some of the most important skills for their role. Employers can complete a self-assessment, managers can complete a manager assessment, and these two things can come together. And it's those teams that are most aligned around their skill development goals, the business goals and skill development goals, are the teams that are most successful at Microsoft. And I'll show you some statistics that demonstrate that. Now, this is what a skills assessment, a completed skills assessment looks like. And I want to just step you through it. Now, bear in mind here that AI is powering the skills assessment because AI builds the skill profiles upon which the skills assessments are completed. Of course, at Microsoft, they can, edit those skill profiles generated by the AI. They can make sure their taxonomy is applied, the right descriptions to all the skills are are made, et cetera, et cetera. And then what happens is employees go through the self-assessment. And as a result of self-assessment, employees can have this view on their skill status, their skill status. So red skills are skills that are not going to be important to an employee based on their self-assessment in the next quarter. Amber skills are the new skills for this employee. These are skills that are new and they're emerging. And so, this employee probably should prioritize some of these skills through this next period. Green skills are the most important skills. And that's why we're seeing, the highest propensity of skills being prioritized over here in our priorities column, in an employee's priorities column, being green skills. Why? Because the gap between these really important skills, the gap between where this employee is and mastering these skills is at its greatest. The gap is at its greatest. These are really important skills, so we should really focus on and prioritize the development of some of these skills through this next quarter. Violet skills are skills that we're close to mastering. It's that final push to the finish line. And so again, 1 or 2 of these skills we should prioritize for working on through this next period. Now, purple skills are the skills that we've mastered. We're doing our best work. We say that we've gone purple with these skills. And of course, the objective is that an employee's entire skills profile is made up of purple skills. They've gone purple with all of the most important skills associated with their role. And that means they're probably ready to take on what's next. And we probably want to, promote those employees that have gone purple with the skills that are the most relevant skills for, other jobs that may be open positions. We can kind of match those things together. We can match those people that are ready with the jobs. We can also match mentors and mentees, because When an employee goes purple with a skill, it means that they're ready to mentor someone who, for them, this skill is an amber skill, it's a green skill. We can bring those people together, and it becomes the basis for our mentoring program. It becomes the basis for our mentoring program. We're bringing together people who have mastered skills and are ready to model those skills for people who, for them, these are green skills. These are skills they're looking to accelerate their development around. We can bring them together. It becomes the basis for a successful mentoring program. We learned this lesson at Microsoft. And of course, L&D and HR get all the analytics in the background. And this helps us understand what are the most significant skill gaps we have across our organization. Where do we want to focus our valuable resources? What types of investments do we want to make around each skills? Because if employees are prioritizing skills, we want to know what those priorities are, so we can help accelerate them with those priorities. We can invest in things that are going to help accelerate their skill development around those things that our employees are saying to us are most important. And then there's skill plans. All of this leads into something called a skill plan. Now at Microsoft, every single employee has a skill plan. A skill plan. And it looks something like this. The top of one skill plan, of an employee skill plan, is some data around whether they complete their skills inventory, set priorities, and they're synced up with their manager. But the important part, the important element of an employee skill plan are the priorities that they've set. In this case, I've set a priority around data analysis, I've set a priority around data storytelling and critical thinking, and I've built out all of the important experiences that are going to help me accelerate my development of these skills. And in my plan, I've added a start date for each one, and I've added due dates suggested by the AI to help me build out this plan. And now what I can do is that I can monitor my progress, and I can take this plan into my one-on-ones with my manager. I can take this plan into my performance review, because performance reviews are broken down into two key pieces: the business performance piece and the development portion piece. And when we get into that development portion, this is the template that I want to share with my manager to show them the progress that I'm making. And we found that employees that were driving that development discussion, using their skill plans as the basis, were the employees that had the most successful outcomes from their performance reviews with their managers. And all of this led to this. All of this led to this, which is that Microsoft had the highest ever employee satisfaction ratings for this question in their employee satisfaction survey. Does your manager care about your career? 87% of employees gave the highest possible rating for that question. It was the highest aggregated score ever for my manager cares about my career. Managers are a conduit for the company. Does the company care about my career? 87% said, yes, my manager cares about my career. And this is driving retention rates at Microsoft. It's driving high retention rates. And this data actually comes from the employee satisfaction survey that was done towards the end of the COVID period. A time whereby we would actually have expected maybe employee satisfaction to take a hit, but it didn't. It actually went up. Went up. All right, my final lesson. My final lesson of the work I did at Microsoft is that it's not, any one of these pieces, any one of these lessons that's the most important. It's actually when you connect each one together where you see the results. When you connect, in the first video, I talked about democratization of opportunity and, the ability to help employees build their own career pathways. I talked about skilling in the connection, career pathways into upskilling, reskilling. I talked about the connection to learning experiences. And then I talked about skills inventory and skill plans. When you pull all these things together, and AI becomes the glue, AI is the connector of all these pieces. When you bring it all together into a talent marketplace like career playground, the one I built, the one that we worked on developing at Microsoft, that's when you see the best results. That's when you see the best results. All right. Well, thanks for watching this video. Please look out for my other videos where I talk through some of these other lessons that I learned in my time helping Microsoft to build out their talent marketplace. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.